What's up guys, Justin here for S&S Archery, and today's gear video we're going to be looking at another new product from TightSpot Quivers. Today's gear video we're going to be looking at the new TightSpot Rise Lite 5-arrow quiver. Alright guys, getting into this video, today we're going to be looking at the TightSpot Rise Lite 5-arrow quiver. Now if you're familiar with TightSpot, you're going to look at this and you're not going to see much of a difference other than the hood itself. So TightSpot didn't come out with a brand new quiver, they just kind of re-engineered the hood, and now we're calling this the TightSpot Rise Lite. So this hood is a little bit deeper. The old hood was 2 3/4, now we're at 3 inches deep. As far as our width, we're at 5 inches now. We used to be at 4 3/4, so another 1/4 inch. It's not a whole bunch, but it does add quite a bit more room for those larger broadheads. So you can see here it is vented to cut down on some weight. The overall setup comes in right at 12 ounces with the XL mounting bracket that's included with that overall weight. So still relatively light considering all the great features that we have in this quiver. As far as the colors that are going to be available in the TightSpot Rise Lite 5-arrow quiver, we have matte black, granite, gunmetal, moss green, OD green, saddle tan, Realtree edge, Optifade elevated 2, and Optifade subalpine. You can see here on the Rise Lite that we do have the rubber hood insert with the 5 individual slots for your arrows so they can be spaced accordingly. There will be a foam insert available at one point. We're just waiting on those to show up before we post them on the website. So those are just going to help secure your broadheads even more, kind of protect them from any dirt or dust that you might encounter. Overall length on the quiver, 16 inches, so very comparable to the old Rise that we've had for a long time. With the new hood, you're going to see we do still have the loop for hanging. This is great for tree stand hunters, being able to take off the quiver and simply hang it on a tree branch or your tree stand. Very simple to do with this integrated loop. Moving down, we have the carbon rods, very strong. Have never really seen any of these break before. See here we do have the secondary gripper just like on the regular Rise. Now you can take this off if you want to. This just pulls out and around carbon rods. If you are going to run this, it just kind of helps hold those arrows. You got 2 contact points now because this is such a short quiver. It definitely helps by having those 2 grippers. As far as the mounting system, we have our quick release single latch here, so we can take on and off the quiver very fast and easy. With all your purchases of TightSpot, you are going to get one of these XL mount brackets. This is going to go on our bow. It's going to mount to either a dovetail, the riser. Pretty much all your sights are going to be compatible with this mount. We can run it in a couple different variations that I'll demonstrate here in a second. But the way this system works is you just slide it over, pull down the latch, and it's tight. Moving down the quiver, TightSpot's gripper. Probably my favorite part about TightSpot is the ability to tighten up different diameter arrows within their gripper system. We do have the wedges that we can basically fine-tune the gripper strength for all sorts of different diameter arrows. So if that's a 4mm or a 6mm, we can raise and lower these just with a simple Allen twist down to tighten and basically cause that gripper just to pinch down. Very happy with their gripper. On the side here, basically towards the front of it, you are going to see this is your first arrow pull, your quick draw. So that first arrow is straight back, so you don't have to go out and around. It just speeds up the process of loading an arrow on your string if you're in a case where you need to hurry. So as far as mounting the TightSpot quiver up to our bow, very simple. We just have the XL mount. Like I said, this is going to be, you're going to get one of these with any purchase of a TightSpot quiver. Now I have mine mounted directly on my riser for my sight screw holes because I'm running an inline sight. This bracket's going to work on dovetails. It's going to work on your X-frame bases as well. So Spot Hog, HHA, and even Black Gold. It's going to work on pretty much all the models. Ideally, this is a L-shaped bracket. Right now I have it heading out. If you were going to set this up, you want to try to have it facing the inside towards the riser, so it's going to give you the tightest fit to your riser. You're going to have a lot better bow balance. Here where I'm mounted on the riser, I can actually have this out the side because I'm going to have to in order to get the mount to attach. So simply push that thing down and it's set up, locked in very tight on my system. As far as making an adjustment for the quiver to have a little bit of lean, this is simple to do. We just have the 2 screws holding the XL mount here. Once those are loose, that bracket moves. So this thing can tip forward or even back. This is really nice for, you know, working around our rest. So if you've got a big rest that sticks out, you might have to run it further back. If not, you can run it, you know, closer towards your sight up front. As far as moving the quiver up and down to get a desired height, very simple. We just have the 4 Allen screws. Once those are loose, the quiver is just going to slide up and down. You lock that back in. The whole idea here is just so we can make it to where our arrows kind of fit within our system. We don't have our vanes or nocks down below our cams. So if we ever take a break, you know, set your bow down, your arrows aren't coming out of that gripper. So like I said, a lot of customization with these quivers. One of the main reasons why we run them and love them so much. Ultimately, I think this is going to be a fantastic quiver for a whitetail hunter, somebody that wants a really compact setup. You know, if you're hunting a lot of tree stand sits for whether it be bear, deer, I think the added hook, being able to hang this beside you, super compact. It just has all those traits that I would definitely want if I was sitting in a tree. So if you guys have any more questions on the new TightSpot Rise Lite 5 Arrow Quiver, feel free to give us a call, shoot us an email. We'd be glad to help, and thanks for watching.